Hello, thanks for taking the time to be here and for your interest in the programme. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time telling you about the programme, a little bit about me, but particularly about how this programme will help you in your situation just now. It's particularly designed for people who are finding themselves in a struggle to really live their life beyond addiction. People who have been caught in addiction in one form or another, and there's many forms of addiction. And so caught in that and all the efforts to recover yourself, still find themselves pulled and held and caught in that negative identity, not just with other people, but actually with themselves. So this program is designed for people who are in that space of knowing life can be better, although they've achieved a lot, although they've achieved a huge amount in being able to no longer live the life that they had been leading. Excuse me. So hopefully it'll explain itself as we go on. So it's called the Clean Slate program. And literally because it's about starting with a clean slate. And it's an 8 weeks program, and it will help reclaim your joy because it'll rewire the brain. Your brain rewires the brain for a life way beyond addiction. Not just one of struggle, but one way beyond addiction, one of joy. So we use new proven insights into how the brain works. There's so many new brilliant insights. And this program, through my study and research and working on my own addictions, because we're all addicted in some way or another, pulls it together to really use these new insights. So they're really exciting insights. So it helps to stop reacting to helps you stop reacting to the cravings and triggers, to finally help you to be in charge of your responses, to be in charge of and make the responses you want to make. And then that results in living the life that you want to live. To end the struggle, finally, and to put relapse in the past. So I can guess that your journey hasn't been so easy so far. It may have been one of feeling like a failure. And you've been knocked down so many times. Your old destructive ways. But now it is your time to leave that behind you. You are about to discover a whole lot of good news about you. Maybe, just maybe, a wise part of you has directed you here. So let's get to the good news. Yeah, it may feel like chance, but it isn't. I know you have a very wise part of you that is unconsciously seeking the help that you need and believes in you. Not only the help you need, but the specific help that will finally get you back your life without the pull and fear of addiction or constant relapse. So our approach here is very different to the usual help that you may have been offered. So what's different? Well, it's designed with you in mind. You will learn the skills for inner mastery of your thoughts, your beliefs, your behaviours and your emotions, and begin to live the life that you crave, because that's really what you crave, a good life. So what will you achieve? You will gain and harness the essential skills that will stay with you through the rest of your life. You'll have increased self-trust and confidence, which is key. You'll begin to live from beliefs that create the life you want to live, as opposed to creating the life you don't want, beliefs that would have created the life you don't want to live. You'll develop practical skills and tools to recognise your old triggers before they surface and take you over. Because that's the problem with cravings. By the time we're aware of the craving, no matter what it is, if it's for alcohol, if it's for food, by the time we're aware of it, we're already well in the grip of it. So that's why we can feel like a failure, because we go for the very thing we don't want to go for. You drop your old labels in place of new rituals and beliefs as a non-user. You will learn how to value yourself, with the result that others value you too. So the object of this course is to help you step out of the false identity that you are an addict and that old belief structure, and to step out of the habits and the rituals that held you in this place. It's to release you into the world where you are respected, held in esteem and highly regarded by yourself and others. It's often we're our own worst critics, aren't we? And the irony of it is that that is so true. How we treat ourselves is how others treat us. In a sense, it's how we're teaching others to treat us. So a lot of this work is about inner work, so that at the end of this course you will have gained a lot of insight into the game of addiction, so that you can be ahead of it, so to speak. You'll get an understanding as to why all your genuine efforts seem to end in failures. You'll have an understanding of you more than you have now. You'll know what has been keeping you in the grip of addiction. You'll be aware of the emotional imprints, your emotional imprints, uncovering the hidden places of the major toxic emotional players like shame, rejection, abandonment, betrayal. You'll know your triggers. And these are at the core of all of our behaviours. One major one mainly, maybe shame, it may be rejection, maybe abandonment, betrayal. It may be a combination of all. Even as I speak, I know some of that is actually jumping out at you, and you're recognising what one is major or the collection of the whole lot. You'll be able to tame your unconscious responses, and you'll identify emotional states that up to now would have caused relapse. You'll learn to change those states at will, letting go of old worn out labels and identities. So that's a powerful one, that you'll be able to identify the emotional states that can cause you to roll down the hill. Whereas when you get to know the states that can lead you to the behaviours that you don't want to find yourself behaving as or in, you can catch yourself before you arrive at that space. You can change your state, and we'll be teaching you that. You'll get a deeper knowing of consequences in your life, of the consequences to your life of staying the same and drinking, or whatever it is your particular addiction is, and you'll know the cost to you. You'll know how it has affected your financial life, your relationships, your health. And you'll get this so clearly, because I know you know it already, but you're going to get this at a deeper level, where the consequences of continuing as you have in the past, you're going to get that so deep that it's going to motivate you to create the consequences that you will be proud of. So what will happen is you'll be generating new emotional pathways in the brain, switching your old worn out neurological pathways for new empowered pathways of joy. And you're just going to be bringing joy into your life. Something that, if you've come from that world of addiction, very little joy. So this is what we're going to bring in. We're going to develop this pathway of joy so it's in your life and no longer foreign to you. So as a knock-on bonus, this will mean that through this course, you will have gained in-depth knowledge of the powerful role of the unconscious mind and how to bring it on side for your release and success. That's powerful knowledge. Not a lot of people have that. And that's a byproduct of doing this course, taking this training. So in essence, you will create a new vision of you and your life and implement your essential self-care plan that will support your vision. Self-care is key. So, radical new insights get results. So this is a breakthrough program where you're going to break through to a new level of you, and create a whole new you and world. This is a breakthrough program where we literally break through old patterns of behaviour that have been keeping you stuck in a semi-misery world. It might be a bit strong, but for some people that's the way it's been. And unless your world is joyful, you've been in that space where, the best could be said is probably that it was okay. In this course, we marry the best of the new insights from spirituality and science. This is radically different in approach to the traditional AA model of addiction and recovery. This new holistic understanding of how the mind and body and spirit work empowers the person to move beyond the identity of addiction by reconnecting them with their dreams and desires that give them connection and meaning in life. So this is key. Reconnecting with our dreams, our purpose for living, our reason to get up in the morning, our purpose. We all need that, not just some people. And we all have a purpose, not just some people. Everybody has. You have, and I have. This is a powerful opportunity now before you. So be careful, and that's a little warning, be careful and aware of your tendency to sabotage what is good in your life. This is part of the addictive mindset. Self-sabotage. Really, there has never been a better time for you to avail of this new paradigm, this new training, ready to lead a powerful life. So now is your time. So I hope you're feeling excited as we move on. So the experience, hypnosis, NLP, and timeline therapy, making this program unique and life-changing. Anyone who is struggling with addiction can find hope when they experience this creative and focused method to overcome fears and instantly create strength and health. And it works and is entirely based on the new scientific insights of neuroplasticity, which now understands that the brain is capable of so much more than previously thought. So with this new knowledge, we now know and understand that you can, with the right help, end the addictive patterns, triggers and beliefs and negative identity that was keeping you stuck in a destructive cycle. So the Clean Slate program is inspired by the Addiction Freedom Program, which was the brainchild of hypnotherapist and mind coach Wendy Friesen. So I trained with her, and yes, I am excited to be part of her team of dedicated to continuous research and work in this field. It's an exciting field for the purpose of bringing an end to the pain and suffering caused by addiction to both the individual who is addicted and to their families. You deserve to live your life in freedom, that's for sure. Begin to explain when you do this inner work, and they are nothing short of miraculous. So be assured that you will be held and guided in safety as you begin your journey to this new amazing world. It would be my pleasure. So, program outline. There are 8 modules in our journey, and we can see these as signposts to guide our path. So we begin with gathering your story, finding the pieces of you. First model is focused on the desire to change, to make changes, the desire for change in your life and why. So this is a searching through. And the second one is looking at your core beliefs, getting in there, who you are and what you believe about yourself. So this module uncovers the victim mindset, and that's the part of you who is really in charge of your addictions. You couldn't be addicted, or we wouldn't have addictions, if we didn't have a sense of the victim in us, being victimized or shortchanged somewhere along the line. So the next part is breaking the chains. So in this module, we focus on identity, and we look at inner conflict resolution, and look at stopping self-sabotage and inner conflict. These are general outlines of each module. Module 4 would be week 4, and it's really looking at self-talk, which is very important. How we speak to ourselves has a big impact on the life that we create. So self-talk, we're looking at your words and your thoughts, because they are either disempowering you or powerfully empowering you. So in Module 5, we look at trigger release. We look at the subconscious triggers and see that the subconscious triggers can be redirected to cause positive feelings and reactions to the old triggers. So we do a bit of work there to change the triggers and direct them into a positive, in some positive way into your life. So that's an interesting one. Hard to believe that we can do that, but we can. So Module 6 is, again, looking at your identity and helping you to step into your new identity as powerful, healthy, and worthy. So again, it's dropping those old labels and stepping into the newer you. Module 7 is repetition and reprogramming. So this is how it works. As you consistently do and think differently, you create new neural networks in your brain, updating your beliefs and your identity. So we'll be doing that. And Module 8, this is where we pull it all together, and we'll be creating your personal success support plan for you to continue on when the course is over. So we'll be pulling it all together and putting it into practice, because that's essential. And this is where the input from someone like me is helpful, because we can try to do it ourselves. But if you could do it yourself, you would. Same with all of us. Same with me. I need help from time to time from somebody else. And so this is your time to get that help. You've probably gone it alone for a long time. So along with the weekly lessons, we will meet online as a group to discuss and to help with the integration of the lessons and actions needed to create deep and lasting change for you, because this is what we're about. We're not just about theory, we're about implementing this into your life so that you feel it, you see it, you experience it. And you breathe it. You breathe it in your life and you feel the joy. So upon completion, you will have gained the skills, trust and confidence needed in yourself to take more, to manage your life and steer it in the direction you want to go. Yes, to manage. Thank you. So one of the lovely aspects of this is you can do this work in the comfort of your own and privacy of your own home. But you're not alone. You'll have my full support throughout the course, along with the support, motivation and accountability of others with you on the journey. And you'll be supporting others too. You'll be there as part of the group. Another is that you will still have access to the course lessons after the 8 weeks. They'll still be available to you. So you probably know that getting help and support in the area of addiction is very expensive generally, and sadly it's rarely an option for a lot of people. So with our online course, you will have access to my 25 years of in-depth knowledge and expertise from the privacy and comfort of your home, anywhere and anytime you need it. And I will take a proactive interest in your specific requirements as I offer you this support, guidance and assistance every step of the way. See, I make mistakes all the way around. Anyway, here we go. This is it. So now to tell you a little bit about me. This is where I tend to get shy and why I do this work. But I think already, hopefully, you've picked up that I just love this work. And for this reason, I trained, and I am a certified counsellor and hypnotherapist. And I've been studying and working in the field of personal development and spirituality for over 25 years now. Since my own awakening, my desire to do this work is inspired by my experience of growing up in a family who suffered much traumatic losses due to alcoholism. This eventually led me to a new path of deep study and new opportunities that I could not have imagined in my time of deep sorrow and loss. That's very true. My life is so much more than I could have imagined back then. So I get so excited when I see the amazing changes in my own life and in those of people I work with even the tiniest steps in self-care and self-respect and value, that I am now totally dedicated to encouraging and teaching self-care as the miracle healing that it is, and I believe that it is available to everybody in some shape or form. So yeah, I surprised myself and everybody else when I returned to college. Well, I didn't return because I was never in college. I left school at 15, left school early. But this opportunity presented itself to me, and I studied in All Hallows College and received my degree in 1995. I then continued my studies and with counselling and hypnotherapy, biocognitive therapy, and also suicidal studies. Yeah. And I trained in stress management along with suicidal studies. So that's a little bit about me. I also worked for the HSE as an addiction counsellor, and I helped set up a school for children who were involved with, caught up in bad behaviour through various addictions and finding themselves outside the school system. And I helped to set up a school for those children because they had wonderful potential that was getting lost, and they were already caught up in the courts and prison system. I also worked with family carers because that's also an area where people can get locked in and feel powerless. So some of those aspects of life may have resonated with you. So I'm just going to leave on the screen now this is a little bit of feedback from a client who did some work with me. So I'll leave it there for you to read. And this is another one. I know you may not have got to read all of those, but I have them if you need them, and they're on the website. So So yeah, you are one step away from beginning your new life. So I really do hope that you found this webinar informative and interesting, and that it sparked something in you that will be of use to you, even as the webinar in itself, just from what we've covered. And if you really want to do this work, that's the link to sign up. And if you have any questions, I'd be happy to talk to you. And that's my contact details. And the one thing I would warn is that if you're interested enough to have stayed with this far and to read so far, please don't just do nothing. That's the danger of self-sabotage. Do something, even if it is that you ring me, or ring a helpline, or contact somebody who you know can help you. So I'm here, I don't bite, can easily have a chat, and in some way or another, a phone call can change your destiny, your whole destiny, because it did for me. I've had a few experiences of that. So, yeah, get in touch. And if you're ready already to sign up, there's the link. And there's more information on that page. Okay? It's been lovely being with you. Bye.